Hi, and Merry Christmas. Welcome to this special edition of Cooking with Miss Jo. Today, we're going to bake some gingerbread cookies. I have a wonderful recipe for you, and I'm going to do a little demo on how to, because what says welcome more than a good cookie? Let's go on to the kitchen and get started. Hello, and welcome to our holiday kitchen. Now to start out with, I'm going to give you a good basic recipe for gingerbread. And we'll have this printed up on our website too. But you need to start with 3½ cups of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda. Add to that a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of ginger, and a teaspoon of nutmeg. And I'll tell you the secret ingredient to my family's ginger snaps they really love. If you add a ½ teaspoon of black pepper, it gives it a little extra snap. And mix all your dry ingredients together and then set them aside. And then next, you're going to take and measure out a ½ cup of molasses and a ½ cup of brown sugar packed, 1 egg, 3/4 cup butter at room temperature. And then you're going to take those ingredients and you're going to go ahead and use your mixers to beat those really fluffy. And then gradually you're going to take your dry ingredients, add those in until it makes a nice cohesive dough. The next thing you do is take the dough out of the bowl and kind of make a round with it and wrap it in saran wrap, or you can do like I did, and I put mine in just a sealed baggie and let it chill at least an hour in the refrigerator. This will help your cookies not to spread out, and it makes them a lot easier to cut out because they don't stick to your cutters. You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now, here comes the fun part. I've got some dough that I've already rolled out, and I'm take some cutters here, and I've got a snowflake, and I've got a little gingerbread man or snowman, and one of the things that I found that's really helpful is if you have some parchment paper, and you can find this in the grocery store in the baking aisle. This is really neat stuff because you can put it on your cookie sheet and it keeps your cookies from sticking to the sheet and helps them bake more evenly. And I also use it to roll my dough out on. That way you don't need to flour your surface because sometimes the flour gets absorbed in your dough and that can make for a tough cookie. So I've done that and that turns out great. I've cut one out and I'll show you. Here's our little gingerbread snowflake, and here's our little gingerbread man. Those look good. So we're going to just continue to roll out your dough a little bit at a time and use your favorite cookie cutters, whatever you happen to have at home that you like. And now I'm going to go ahead. I've got a batch over here that's ready to come out of the oven. Okay. And now we're ready to do the fun part. Here's our cookies that have come out of the oven, and oh, they smell wonderful. And now we're going to do something creative. I've got some Betty Crocker red and green frosting here. You can see both colors up there. And this is, you can make your own with a cup of powdered sugar and a little bit of water. Just add it in gradually till you get kind of the thinness that you want. And you can put that in a plastic baggie and kind of twist it around and clip just the very end off, and you can have a piping bag of your very own. But for us today, I went ahead and bought this cookie icing, and I have a bottle. Sprinkles come in all sorts of fun colors and sizes and things, so I've got some Christmas sprinkles here we'll add. And all right, let's go. So the basic thing I'm doing right now is I'm just going to pipe around my gingerbread man in green. I'll do that. And the nice thing about this cookie icing is that it will dry hard, so that if you want to stack your cookies, you can, but there he is like that. And then I've got some snowflakes and some holly leaves and some little gingerbread man sprinkles and some candy canes. So I'm going to pick out, I think I'm going to do some snowflakes on our friend here. So I'm just going to shake some of these sprinkles out. And then I can just go ahead and kind of add some fun stuff. But you can do any kind you like. You know, really, this is where you can get the whole family into doing sprinkles. And, you know, but can you have too many sprinkles on a Christmas cookie? I don't think so. So I just go ahead and put a few more so you can just get the idea. Now I can do this all the way around my little friend, but you can see it's just got some sprinkles. Another thing you can do, and I'm going to show you this with the snowman, because there are different types of frosting ways to frost. That was called piping, where I just made an outline. Now I'm going to do the hat on the snowman, but I'm going to do what they call flooding, and I'll show you why it's called that. I first kind of did the piping on the outline, but I want to fill his hat in, so I'm going to put some more frosting on, and this is really pliable, so I'm just going to keep going round and round here. And so what flooding means is that I filled up the whole space, so I've made it solid. And then I'm also going to, because it's cold outside and my friend needs a scarf, so I'm going to pipe a little scarf, and it can be just that easy. So however you choose to decorate your cookies, let your imagination go wild. And from us here at Independence Library and Cooking with Miss Jo, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for joining us.